Hello, and welcome to Handlebar Workshops. I am actively avoiding cleaning my craft room when I came across scraps of lace and decided I could make something out of this. So first things first, we're going to cut out all these little stars, complete stars. You'll cut out the stars, or whatever other shape that your lace might have, by trimming all the way up to the edges here, all the way around each star. I was able to get, 3 stars. All right, now this here, this scrap here, I'm going to cut off those. Once these are all cut out, I also decided to take the little circles. So these little circles here, I took some of those too. So now I'm going to start playing around with this to see what I could make. I kind of like it. Just trying to figure out how many of these do I want dangling. Definitely like that. All right, so I think I'm going to do some more. Just want to play it out here. So since these two are shorter in this position, and I don't really, well, you know what? I like it. Never mind. We're going to keep them shorter. But if you didn't like those being shorter, it wouldn't be that hard to cut off the top knot to each one of these dangles to match up the length. So to make a knot on your thread, you're going to wind it around your finger just once, roll it off of your finger, and then slide the knot. There's a knot. My next step is I'm going to get a needle and thread, and I'm going to just sew each point that it touches together. Just with a couple stitches, you don't need a lot. Once they're attached, I don't know if you can even see this on camera the way I'm set up, but we'll try. You're going to go through one last stitch, almost pull it through, put your needle through that, and that makes a knot, at which point you can trim it close, and you have your first dangle. So that would go here, like that. The one on the end here is going to be sewn like that, and then each point I'll sew. Here's our little star, and I know I want one of the dangles attached here, here, and here. I'll go through the corner of the star first, then through the little knot here. You can see how it frays. So we want to make sure we get that frayed part wrapped in thread. And we're going to do just a few more stitches in there. So to attach these little claws, you're going to need a needle nose pliers. You're going to hold it in your needle nose pliers, and you're going to take your piece. I just happen to have an extra dangle here, and you're going to feed that into the claw. If I can get that to focus, that'd be great. There we go. And then you squeeze it on, and it stays in there because of those little teeth. And you would just pinch it completely in. All right, once you've attached your little claws on there, you're going to take the hoop you open up just a little bit. You're going to slide it through here. Then take your lobster claw and slide that through. Okay, so they're both on there. Holding everything in place, pinch the opening closed. Then pinch the opening closed again. So now these, you can choose to open either lobster claw to attach it behind your neck. If you needed to make the necklace longer, you could add a piece of chain in between. Here's our little necklace with our dangles. And our clasps. Pretty neat by itself. However, I want to dazzle it up with some little accessories. I don't know if you can see that on there, but they're tiny little silver baubles that I think I'm going to be gluing with fabric adhesive, because it does adhere to both fabrics and metals. But these are just little metal baubles, so I'm going to put some in the center of each one of these and then see how I feel about it. Squeeze a little bit up. Take my little bead, drag it across the E6000. And press it right where we want it. And the E6000 dries clear. I do like that, but I do think I want a little bit more in here. So now I need to let it cure. And here's the final product. It's cute. It's got all the little dangles. Here we are with a remaining piece of scrap lace that I'm just testing out, and it is long enough to make a choker. So I am just going to reach around my neck and decide how much I need to cut off of this. Here's that scrap piece that you just saw on my neck, and I found that I needed to cut off this much to make it into a necklace. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So 1, 2, 3. So again, we're going to take our little clasps and hold them in our needle nose pliers. So I'm going to definitely want to put that on this thicker part here to get the most contact with the lace. But just like before, we're just going to squeeze that on and then clamp it down really good on both sides so that it's on there secure. My wire cutters, find where the two little ends meet in the center, and now we have 2 hoops. And just like the other necklace, I take 2 of these little claws, loop it through that little claw, put it through the lobster claw, push those together. So there's 1 lobster claw attached. So you just wear it by clasping those together to each other. And if for some reason the necklace wasn't long enough for you, you can take a little piece of chain, attach it there, just clip this right through the chain, and then clip this to the other side of the chain, and that would make it a little longer. Here we are. I decided to take a little bit more of my scrap lace and make a bracelet. So on this side I did the clip, or the clamp, and added the lobster claw just like before. But on this side, I'm going to attach this little piece of chain, where this will allow that lobster claw to clip in at any length to fit any wrist. To do that, I have to pick up the very end hoop of this chain, and then take a second pliers and go on the other side, slightly twisting them open. So it looks like that. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Maybe you can see it's open. Then take my bracelet piece with the clipped on attachment and feed that through. Then taking both pliers again and working those pieces, that openness, back together so it won't let the piece go. So this piece now can go on my wrist to match those necklaces. My wrist, it would fit fine, but we have that chain there where you could clip on the claw at any length you need to make that a little bracelet. And you could wear it that way or that way. I think we can get one more. So those pieces that I said were not big enough for a bracelet also had some damaged dangles. So I figured out that I could cut out those, and I'm going to sew this in place here, and then sew this one in place here. Then sew one of each dangle to the sides here to make it look more complete. And then I'm going to attach that to this little leather cord necklace I had. Again, just have the little clasps on. It came like this at the fabric store. It's all sewn together. I've decided to just weave this onto the cord. So there it is on. The lowest point of these definitely go into the cleavage, but I think that it's pretty cute. Alright, so this bad boy will be on my Etsy store as well. Haven't decided if I'm going to put a jewel or some jewels along here or not. You'll have to wait and see if I do that by visiting my Etsy store, Steampunk Upcycle. Thanks for watching.